I love movies because for a kid, ADD, getting picked on, causing trouble, picking on other people, sometimes it was just a way I found just to escape. And even now, I love, like, there's a show called The Unit. I love it because, I pretend I'm Mr. Special Forces. Like, somehow through osmosis, I'm going to be that really cool guy that can kill people, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. Obviously, that never happens. But we all enjoy movies. We all enjoy television. And I'm kind of a movie buff, not particularly an expert, but I do like movies. And one of the things that always grabs me about movies is those catchphrases. You know what I'm talking about? Now, this is going to kind of show your age here, so we're going to do something a little bit. See if you guys can catch who said what, okay? So we'll start out with something pretty easy. Who said, "I'll be back"? Arnold, that's right. Okay? All right, how about, "Hasta la vista, baby"? Same guy, can you believe he's our governor? It kind of surprised me. I wrote down a few, and we'll see how good you guys are. Here's one. "There's no crying in baseball." Remember that one? A League of Their Own? Okay, Tom Hanks. How about, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." Remember that one? The Princess Bride. All right. How about this one? Let me see here. "Go ahead, make my day." See, you guys over here, they don't have a clue. Yeah. That's a guy named Clint Eastwood. He's still alive. And he used to make movies that were really cool. All right? How about this one? "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse."
The Godfather.
The Godfather, Al Pacino, that's right.
I love that.
How about "May the Force be with you"? Yeah, now the young people.
Star Trek?
How about this one? "Say hello to my little friend." Yeah, I think every Hispanic in Whittier knows that one, right? They got the poster on their wall and everything of the most gory, bloodiest movie ever made. Catchphrases are kind of interesting, huh? I'm sitting there, and these, I wrote down, there's probably 12 of them, and they span 50 years. And they're still around, right? "Of all the gin joints, and all the," right? Humphrey Bogart, okay? See, 50 years ago, we're still remembering these things. Even the youngsters, these ones that we heard from our governor, those are 10, 15, 20-year-old movies, yet we still know them, right? And here's a more recent one. "And in the morning, I'm making waffles." You know that one? Shrek, that's right, that's a new one, okay? That one seems new. Guess what? It's like 6 or 7 years old. We remember these catchphrases. That's one of the reasons I love movies, because they kind of just stick to you like glue. The other thing I like about movies is, nowadays with the advent of the DVD, you get in there, and if you guys rent the DVDs and you just watch the movie and then take it out, you're missing out on a whole nother, level of movie watching. That's the special features. You've got to watch the special features. And sometimes, click around on the screen and you'll see, sometimes they have little secret icons you click and it has this other thing that's going on, and you can learn a lot about how they're making the movies and who did what and funny scenes and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes in the special features, they even have alternate endings. And you thought it ended one way, and then, wait a minute, hold on. They thought of a different, and I've seen some movies, they had 3 or 4 different ways that they were going to end the movie, and they, for some reason, decided they were going to end it one way. Well, the problem is, for me, is that sometimes I don't like happy endings. Now, when I was a kid, I used to like happy endings, because I thought life was really like that, right? Life always was supposed to end, and they all lived what? Happily ever after, okay? But when I grew up, I realized, wait a minute, where's the happily ever after? And it kind of messed with my head a little bit, because I really had, let's be honest, sometimes we buy into what we see in the movies and television, right? We know it's pretend, but a part of us wants us to think and believe that that's really how life could possibly, maybe, should be, right? Let's be honest. Sometimes you look at those things and say, man, wouldn't it be neat if it came out this way or that way? And as I got older, I realized that the problem with happy endings is that that's not reality, is it? And so I actually like those endings that are not all neat and tidy and wrapped up cool and all right, that I like it to where you're like, oh, at the end of the movie, you know what I mean? You're done, it's oh, I hate that. I hate these people that they did that to me. I just spent 2 hours. And man, I don't know how it ended. And it's frustrating sometimes. But in a way, that's really kind of more the reality of our life, right? Our life sometimes isn't happening. So I think there's a problem that we have with happy endings. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in our world today, isn't there? People are losing their jobs. Businesses are, I drive up and down Whittier every day. We live in La Habra, and we live right by beach. And so we go, I go from beach to here every day back and forth. And it seems like every week there's another storefront that's empty. And I'm thinking, wow, how did that... I used to go into those towns. Have you been into those towns? You're on vacation, you drive to a town, it's like the whole downtown's empty. Like, how did it get like that? I'm thinking, is that what Whittier's going to look like? Whittier Boulevard? Like, car dealer after car dealer, and realtor after realtor, business after business. Like, wow, man, it's like, what's happening here? It's a little scary, isn't it? The political situation. We're talking this morning about politics. I kind of threatened everybody that I was going to just talk about politics today and get everybody all fired up. But you know, do we inherently trust any politician nowadays? No, it's like lesser of two evils sometimes, right? And I'm not trying to make political statement, but that's the reality. We're nervous, aren't we? It's like we're in trouble. We need some strong leadership. And I'm like, well, okay, this guy right here, that guy right there, they both got their problems. They both got strong points. They both have weak points. And in some sort of way, we've been so betrayed by political leaders, we just have trouble trusting anybody, right? I mean, that's the reality of it. One guy might be better than the other, but man, what we've seen over the years has almost broken our trust to say, okay, sir, I'm going to put the good of this country in your hands. I really fully trust you. I have a hard time. We have a hard time, right? Because of what we've seen in our country. And I'm not talking about the president right now. I'm just talking about, just think back. Politician after politician has betrayed our trust. And here we are ready to make a huge decision, right? And it's like, wow, where do I dig this trust up from to make a decision here? And so we're in a really interesting situation. Sometimes I wonder, how's this story going to end for me? And as I begin to prepare for this message, I thought about, Lord, what am I going to talk about? Because I'm a mess. I even said to the staff, I said, man, you guys need to pray for me because I am a mess right now. Because I'm worried about my finances. I'm worried about what's going to happen. I'm worried about the church. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried. I'm concerned. And I'm not walking around going, but man, I get a little bit concerned, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And I'm wondering, how is this story going to end? How's it going to end? So the trouble with happy endings is that, I don't know if we're guaranteed a happy ending here. So the title of my talk today is called The Trouble with Happy Endings. The Trouble with Happy Endings. And it starts on this premise. I think that we've bought into this mentality that Jesus is the result of an infomercial. We've sold Jesus to the world as this cleaner that cleans everything. This device that will solve all your problems. This, once you get this, it will cook your food for you, and it'll be free, and all of a sudden, spaghetti will taste like steak, and all these kind of crazy, right? We look at the infomercials and we kind of laugh sometimes, right? Because we say, wait a minute, for $19.99, but it's worth $200? Really? You're making money doing that? I don't understand. But you know what? Think about it, guys. I'm going to challenge your mentality a little bit. Have we or have we not maybe bought into that that's what we're expecting Jesus to do for us?